sunlight begins to fade now, and I feel like I'm losing time, but I don't know how I'm here. The sunlight has turned to gray, and I feel like I'm losing love again. I don't know how I'm here. I could feel your heartbeat. I could feel somewhere you're looking down. I could feel your heartbeat. I could feel somewhere you're looking down. 'Cause it's you I'm loving, and it's you that I wanna breathe. And it's you I'm loving, and it's you that I wanna need. And it's you that I wanna need. And I know now we're getting older. The world we built is slipping through our fingers. We're running out of time. But you are the one I've chosen, and I won't lay still, living left behind, imprisoned by this love. I could feel your heartbeat. I could feel somewhere you're looking down. I could feel your heartbeat. I could feel somewhere you're looking down. 'Cause it's you I'm loving, and it's you that I wanna breathe. And it's you I'm loving, and it's you that I wanna need. And it's you that I wanna need. And it's you that I wanna need.
The wrong tournament? Oh, they must have made a new one.
Yes, we did a new tournament indeed, because now we are live here on twitch.tv/connecting esports. Welcome everybody here to the TG Diamond League, and it is an exciting day today because we're gonna have the right up most full competition. And now on the Rift is gonna be the quarterfinals coming right your way with, of course, Sea Blaze and Tornado. Kamikaze Palace. Avi has already deducted from the Twitch title, and I'm joined by two fellow faces here, as you can see today. I can say finally faces, not just voices. It's going to be Major Cheese and Virus here coming right at you as the casters of today's game. Welcome to both of you.
What's up, guys?
Hello.
Now,
I'm happy to be back.
Happy to be back indeed, because the action, we have been gone for so long. I had a busy week and everything going back to normal in our country, so I had to go to work and everything. But now everything's figured out. I have a stream deck here. It's going to be working soon because we're going to go into instant replays and all that stuff coming very soon. But for now, just enjoy the cameras. That's all we can offer. And I'm going to have a look at the teams. In the meantime, maybe they can talk a bit about the teams we have today, and I will show you the standings as well, so you know what you're going to be expecting from this week of playoffs. There we go. So these are the quarterfinals, the semifinals, as well as the finals coming right at you. And you can see for quarterfinals, we have Sea Blaze versus Tornado, Kamikaze Pilots today, tomorrow at 8 p.m. CST. If you find the stream, it's going to be Victor Esports, which will be Elevated Esports renamed, versus CE Cosmic, yet another CE team in the playoffs, actually. That is the first time we have two teams making it. As well as Rush Esports facing off against Chins in Paris, as well as Team Black Rose versus CBA 5 in the last playoffs. So these are the competitors looking to advance into the semifinals this week. So every day one action, and yeah, Mr. Tomato Cheese and Virus, what did you find out when you looked up these teams?
I found out that we have a pretty David versus Goliath kind of a thing probably going on here. The Blaze have been kind of on a tear, you know, undefeated. And then we have the Kamikaze Pilots who are doing all right. So I'm expecting maybe some fast games today.
Yeah, the Pilots team is definitely the underdog here, but it's, you know, it's League of Legends. Anything can happen. The underdog can literally beat Goliath. Like, as we saw actually 2 years ago at Worlds, where Misfits took SKT to Game 5, which was, you know, it was a great series. And I'm hoping we can actually see that today.
Yes.
Yeah. And let's have a look at Twitch chat here. We have a lot of people already here. Welcome everybody. 43 viewers, going up with that number constantly. Very happy to see all of your faces and names in the chat. Keep spamming that spam this a lot to help Kamikaze Pilots. We love the hype, and of course whenever you cheer, as well as some awesome betting and MVP polls coming right your way today. So stay tuned for that. How big is Goliath? Yeah. Okay. And also TG Flatline, welcome, my man. 3-month subscriber, much appreciated. Now, let's have a look at the teams. They're about to be ready. So we got Virus, Major Cheese, and myself here, Jason, coming live at you already in the lobby. And we will head back to the beautiful screen where you can see our faces, just so you can talk a bit more. Today is not the bearded trio. It's the, let's call it semi-bearded trio. How about that? Yeah. Of course, the bearded trio will be back in the future as well. Don't worry.
Yeah. I mean, I tried getting Damien to grow his beard out, but apparently he can't grow a beard in a day. I mean, what a noob.
Sorry.
What a noob.
I'm sorry, man.
Nah, it's alright.
I'm trying my best, but you see, it's not working out. It's not working out at all. Unfortunately.
You'll get there. You get there.
One day. One day.
I think everything is ready. Let me ask if these guys... Okay. You guys need the virtual draft. If so, I shall hand it out to them. And I just realized my beautiful microphone is blocking my beautiful setup.
Oh no. That is a rest in peace already.
That's the rest in peace. What else is going on? Okay, cool. Yeah. Thank you for following Mr. Danu's live. Much appreciated. Welcome to the TG Diamond League here on Connecting Esports. Okay, and these guys just confirmed they need virtual draft for today's game. So, boys, talk a bit. What do you expect of this quarterfinals today, and also maybe of the whole quarterfinals itself? Like you saw, I mean, Major Cheese at least saw most of these teams already. And any idea who do you think is gonna make it or break it?
I mean, Sea Blaze Pronunciation has made a really strong argument against making it all the way. But we do have a lot of other strong contenders, like, for instance, Black Rose Academy, who's on the opposite side of the bracket, I believe. Or was it? They're on the opposite side. And they also made a pretty strong argument for them to win, but... no, but right now I'm looking mostly at Sea Blaze. They're looking really scary. I mean, Shaco, Shaco too strong.
Shaco on indeed.
I am expecting free Shaco bans today if it goes to 3 games. I'm genuinely not expecting to see Shaco in any of these games unless pilots have something prepared against it.
Yeah. Well, we're also gonna have a rundown of what we have to expect from today's players. So let's have a look at who's actually fighting today. So Solstice here is gonna play. Wait, 1 second. I have the wrong clean up. Second. There you go. Solstice is gonna play here in the top lane. Garbage in that jungle position. Tiger Tigers on the mid lane. Dark Unique on that bottom AD carry role, as well as I don't even know how to pronounce that, but it's QPKF something on the support role here for the CE Blaze lineup. And on the other side we will have Stinner in the top lane, as well as Elodin in the jungle with the huge fan base out there on Twitch, as well as Grape returning once again to this mid lane to take down Tiger Titus today. That's at least what he announced, as well as Tag and the AD carry role, and of course Gold, the support role. And we are just waiting for the last people to join into the lobby and then get right into this virtual draft to have a look at what today's game is going to be consisted of when it comes to the champions and lineup.
Jansen, who would you put your money on into the coming into this game?
Actually, I mean, I know Sea Blaze is really hungry for that victory here today. Like, they have prepared, I'm sure, and they also have some beautiful names there that we have seen in previous games pop off, as well as in previous seasons. But then again, when I look onto the team number 2 here, onto the Kamikaze pilots, they also have some really big names that have made differences in a lot of games. So let's have a look at what today's game is going to bring us. But I would put my money on at least the first game on CE Blaze, and then as soon as they both have warmed up a bit to each other, I think it's going to be a very close one.
Yeah. I'm definitely excited to watch this bot lane, because from what I saw the last time I casted the Sea Blaze when they played against Chins, it was like Dark Unique really showed that he knows how to carry a team fight. And just looking at the ranks as well, like I'm expecting some bloody stuff in the bot lane and expecting Sea Blaze bot lane to probably come out ahead here, and then maybe they can pull out some stuff.
All right, guys. So let's put in our casters' votes. What do you think the score is going to be? Cheese?
I'm going. I mean, after Jason's testimony, I'm going 3-1 or 2-1 rather. Sorry, Sea Blaze. 2-1 to Sea Blaze. I feel like the pilots can take a game off them for sure, but I do ultimately believe that Sea Blaze will come out the victor. But I feel like the first game is really gonna decide a lot in this series.
Yeah, very true.
I'm actually going to go against your vote, and I'm going to say 2-0 for the pilots, because I think they have something prepared for themselves against Sea Blaze, and they might just surprise them and take 2 games, on the result of the first game.
I mean, Damien, be careful. I took the opposing route one on that because I got fairly burned, but you know, it's all for the. Well, we will see. I'm hoping to get as many games as possible, so we really get some good quality League of Legends to watch, and a lot of team fights, and also my tonk fights. I have to have my tonk fights because that's the most invigorating thing to cast in the game. Obviously, 2 big ass meatballs fucking wanking at each other.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, we should be. So many options. Okay, we'll figure this out later. They are going into this first ban here. Let's have a look at it real quick. And there we go. TG Diamond League Sea Blaze vs Tornado Kamikaze Pilots here in the quarterfinals. Number 1 with the first ban being the silence of this game. On the blue side, we'll be seeing Sea Blaze. On the red side, the Tornado lineup. And shake off the board as predicted. Followed closely by the Morgana ban. And there you go, boys, casters. Let's have a look at it.
Yeah,
Well,
so what do you make of these first bans?
Personally, I see the Morgana being banned away as more of a target pick, unless they do want to basically lower the danger of a Caitlyn bot lane, because we know how strong Caitlyn is, even after receiving the nerfs.
Yeah. And then we come to Wukong, so also pick that Sea Blaze as top laner plays a lot. So far, mostly just target bans from the side of the pilots. Oh yeah, I really like this a lot if they lock this in, because they have the first pick, so they have the Caitlyn prior. This basically forces the Cait ban onto Tornado's side,
Yeah, that would be correct. After the Ash ban, especially. Yep, there's the Caitlyn. As we expected. For what do you think, C Blaze actually first picks here now?
Oh,
That the Caitlyn's taken away.
I didn't even have a sense of, but Hecarim,
Hecarim.
yeah. I mean, makes sense. Really strong jungler at the moment. Although I'm not sure it's first pickable. I don't know. What's your take on that? Because there are other stuff you can pick into it, right?
There is certainly stuff you can pick into Hecarim. However, Hecarim itself is such a strong champion. He can run over games really quickly.
Yeah.
Literally, really quickly. Lilia, though, Lilia is a good answer. Lilia scales better than Hecarim, in my opinion, especially going into the late game. She starts hitting really strong, and the Frisch being picked up as well, maybe leading into a more aggressive bot lane from side of Pilots.
Yeah, it's definitely, especially with the Morgana ban, it's like kind of a nice pickup you can do early because it's so versatile. It can fit into so many different bot lanes. The answer is going to be they look to a Kalista pick here. I mean, then they basically saying we're gonna answer your aggression with our own aggression, and I would expect maybe a support pick here to kind of not get it banned, or maybe if they want to save it for a counter, but then they run the risk of the pool being benched. Actually, not gonna. I assume that's a Shen top, but Shen support is a possibility technically.
Listen, for all we know, that could be a River Shen and Hecarim top lane with Ignite.
Oh
We
yeah.
don't know anything. I'm gonna put my hands up here right now on my head. We don't know anything. Although
No,
it is
nothing.
probably a Shen top lane, most likely, or support.
I mean, that's a really strong pick. I just feel like you're not used to see it maybe this late in the pick phase, but it's still like rarely. There's not a lot of matchups that you can play into that actually loses. And if they don't lock in top lane here, they can really pinch that pool and make top lane a really helpful whatever Meta wants to pick.
Being
You look
hovered. Oh, Vayne being locked in by Pilot.
I mean, they really have to pinch support pool a lot now because they're not getting the fuck. But they don't know if Shen's already a support, so it's around the risk if they ban support and Shen is support. They just waste 2 bans, and I don't know if I like this because this gives so much prior in the early game to see Blaze's bot lane.
Going back to the Shen pick, however, we saw it actually recently in the playoffs between TSM as well as G2, and how well it worked. In the finals of G2 versus Fnatic, after being picked up in game 1, it's been banned consecutively the 2 games afterwards.
Yeah.
I'm expecting for Shen to take over this game. Frankly, with a Hecarim, he can charge into the enemy team,
that's gonna
bring
be
a Shen along.
a rough one. But meanwhile, we got 2 bans. We got Nico and Johnny, and then we got Orianna and Galio. I mean, Galio, I'm surprised both Orianna and Galio are still up. Like, prioritizing they must really have a trust in their vein or something, but because I'm so surprised they didn't pick this earlier. So Orianna is just so good, but they end up going for the Ornn on R4, which, I mean, it's fine. Like, especially if Chen is top, you're just saying, well, I'm gonna try and outlast you, basically, and that's what they're bot lane saying as well. We want to scale. Like, Pilots are just saying, like, fuck lane phase, we're scaling, boys. But there comes the others, Blaze, they're just doubling down to show, like, hey, you wanna scale? We're gonna fuck you up so hard early game that you can't even see your backside when we're done with you, you know? So, yeah, Syndra mid as well. Holy shit, this is they're going for it.
Pilots is definitely looking to scale. Meanwhile, Blaze is looking for those early game to mid game skirmishes. Again, Shen level 6 is so powerful, especially with a Nautilus Kalista that can engage into your bot lane, where Vayne can't really do much. Neither can Fresh, frankly. There is very little counterplay when a Kalista engages except flashing. Factor in the Hecarim that can just charge over walls. Yone pick. We've got a Yone pick, lads.
We got a Yone, boy. Okay. Yone and Syndra, like, I don't know. I actually don't know nothing. I know it scales really well, but that's about it. I think with an AP jungler, it fits with your comp, and it's just gonna help you in the late game. So it's probably a really good pick. But I'm not sure how the mid match goes early between Syndra and Yone.
Frankly haven't seen enough Yone.
No, I don't think many people have. No, it's not gonna be available for Worlds.
There hasn't been any Yones, I think, because they've been playing past patches. So this will be actually the first competitive game I see where Yone is picked up.
We'll see. Like, it definitely feels to scaling because Yone is a champ that's quite weak early, but has some good trading patterns. But then he really has one of the strongest 2 item spikes in the game, and he just scales like a fucking madman, and it's just not unfun.
However, keep in mind, Yone can be really easily shut down if you just sit on them during the laning phase. A
Yeah.
Hecarim can do that, especially combined with Syndra. They've got a good, reliable CC pattern right there. Maybe even with a Nautilus roam, that's a 3v1 on a Yone that a Yone can't handle.
One aspect that I really like about this comps though is that from what I saw from Sig Blaze when they played last, there was a lot of fighting going on, and especially around the objectives. And I feel like they are undefeated. They have some really strong players, and as Dean said, they're really hungry for this win. I think this is a comp that's perfect for them. You know, it's early game aggression with a lot of tools to do a lot of things in the mid game, and it's just like this just fits really well because now. I mean, normal seed you can also, if less coordinated teams start to play this type of style, they tend to like maybe throw, and then once late game rolls around, the scaling team wins. But I feel like this CA Blaze is a team that can really pull this off and really use the strengths that early to mid game comp provides.
I agree with
Again,
that
no-
one, but before Tobias, you can go ahead in a second. Just let me introduce our chat. I mean, most of you guys are familiar with our betting, but in case you're not, definitely give it a go because it's very fun. So how betting works, you have an amount of points that you get by either watching, chatting, or interacting, like for example with the community by subscribing, gifting subs, and following, and bits, and so on and so forth. And if you do that, you have more points. The more points you have, the higher you climb on our leaderboard, and our top number 1 at the end of the season, so very, very soon in the next weeks, is gonna get a reward. Until then, I hope you guys are all betting on the right team because today is an exciting game. As you know, it's a very close game. Expected. If we read it on Twitch chat, everybody's like left and right saying both teams are very, very good, but based off composition already giving an edge to CE Blaze here. We have to find out if that is true. And yeah, how betting works, !bet, and then either the blue or the red side by just putting !bet red, and then, for example, anything between 25 points and 1000 is possible to be betted on. If you correct, you shall get the double amount back. If you are mistaken, all your points are gone. There we go. Should be it for the betting. And now to our casters' predictions after they've seen the lineup. What do you think?
CA Blaze all the way.
Oh well, we seem we've got a fanboy on this side. I will definitely give the edge to Sea Blaze, depending of if they can pull this comp off. If they can't pull this comp off, however, I have a feeling they might just go down on a spiral of losing more and more advantages that they gained in the early game. Aurelia is really scary down in the late game. Ornn items are really powerful.
I mean,
We know how scary Avayne is as well.
yeah, they outscale, like pilots outscale so really hard, but I feel like, well, from what I've seen in general TGA Diamond, it's a lot of fights, especially around objective and where it's kind of like just like an LPL, a first version of LPL, and like with a comp like Steve Blaze's had, it just fits that type of playstyle more than what when you run a scaling comp. They still have they have tools to work with. In fights, it's not like they can't fight, but they really need to wait. Like they have 2 carries, both their carries scale so good at 2 items. Like they really want the 2 items max, and before that they don't really want to fight. So I mean, if they can just hold their nerve, I think Pilot's gonna have a really scary comp. That's what I'm
Also, keep in mind, both of these teams are actually quite close range. They want to be in each other's faces. You're not going to see really a lot of sieging going around this game. You're going to see a fight, and then that's going to lead into objectives. But, like, I'm expecting a lot from this game here.
Yeah. I mean, I just want to sit top lane and watch 2 tanks wang each other, you know? It's the best, it's the most exciting lane here by far, you know?
Then again, though, Ornn is not a tank all the time. You know, he can.
Nah, you know, the Ornn mechanics, you know, he can W, still moving through the taunt and everything. It's very nice, but then W fucks his auto. It's kind of like all
They
those
both really
nice
counter each
mechanics.
other. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a top lane main, so I'm not really sure exactly how that goes, but it's probably pretty good. I have seen people scream at how does Ornn deal so much damage? That has happened to my top laners. Been like, what the fuck? He's a tank, you know, especially in the early days. But I mean, the real action, if we're going to bring it back to conversation, the real action is definitely going to be in the bot lane. Like, I'm just expecting that T-Blaze plays a lot on the bot lane with the Channel, the come level 6. It's a hacker. Like, they just push in, they stack wave, they get the dive off, and then boom. But like, how would you consider like the mid 2v2 going? Because that's also a really important aspect.
With the mid 2v2, it's actually very heavily in the side of CE Blaze. Yone before level 6 is like is really easy to gank. He's got no escapes at all, unless he's got a little dash with his Q. Syndra can reliably lock him up, CC him up, stun him. Hecarim can come from behind, again pushing him into Syndra with a ton of burst, especially if Hecarim takes Ghost here. Hecarim and Syndra have so much potential damage pre-level 6 onto Yone. I genuinely think Grape is going to have a really hard time this game.
Yeah. I mean, so what would you expect the first few minutes to look like if you would do a little bit of a vague prediction?
The first 5 minutes is definitely going to be vision. It's going to be all about the vision, tracking the enemy jungler, especially around the mid lane. Again, if Yone or Syndra know where the enemy jungler is, they basically adapt their playstyle accordingly. If Yone sees Hecarim anywhere near his mid lane, he has to back off. Again.
Can't he just press E and dash away, because it's a dash and he gets away? It's not like he comes back. This is every Yone in Hello, you know? It's my solo queue games just being like, I have E, I can escape. I was like, oh, I'm going back.
Oh, it's very unfortunate sometimes when you see that happen. But then again, Yone has huge outplay potential, so...
Yeah, dude, I want to see some high-level outplays here. Give me some faker moments.
Hey, there we go. Should be getting into the game very, very shortly here. And I had a look at the betting system in the meantime, and as we can see... Oh, hello, why is it showing my stream? Supposed. That is very cool. Let's change that. Stream deck for some reason. Know why. Okay, anyways, yeah, fix it in a second. There you go. I was about to say, the bet was actually even before my bet, like it was a 50-50. And yes, okay, Foxjam. I don't know why it was showing my stream deck.
So did the CA bias finally decide it?
Yeah. There we go, finally. Okay, that took way too long.
Okay, doing a quick rune check, Hecarim actually opted in for the Ignite with his Phase Rush, so he's even got even more early game pressure come through. It looks like CE Blaze will be stacking down bot lane. We might be looking at an invade here.
Yeah, I mean, definitely with Kai'Sa and Nautilus, you have really strong. I mean, Kalista and Nautilus, you have a really strong level 1, so diving here would not be unexpected.
It's a standard 5-man cover coming from the side of pilots. However, that Vayne is inching closer and closer towards that stacked bush.
Yes. But it seems like it's not gonna be anything, sadly, anything action heavy in the early game here. Just standard stuff. Even though we all have our level 1 shenanigans.
Personally, what I'd like to see from Hecarim here is pathing from blue into wolves, raptors into red, and looking for a gank bot lane, or looking to rotate and gank mid lane. Again, mentioning that Ignite gives you a lot of early game power, but only the early game. So you need to utilize your early ganks to actually make use of it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, so I'm kind of curious about the whole Ignite versus Ghost thing, right? Like, in my mind, it's like, sure, you get more damage, but if you have phase rush, not like the old Predator thing, you kind of lose a lot of the extra AD you get with it. And speed, like the gank timing, is not as fast. So I don't know what's... do you think it's better this game, or like, would you have
honestly,
rather seen Ghost?
No, I think it's much better this game, especially with the way CE Blaze wants to play. That aggressive early game skirmish type of playstyle. Especially since he's got Phase Rush, he already gets that movement speed to follow up. He doesn't need Ghost, really, to chase after his opponents. But we'll see how that plays out as he finishes Wolves.
And Ghost on to his bot side. I mean, we see some guy, an early gank here in top lane. Lilia's gonna look to... Oh, and Shen, he's forced to flash.
That is actually quite big for the side of pilots, because this means Orc can play a bit more freely. Oh,
no. Go on.
There's a bit of like a small skirmish going on with the Nautilus hooking and progging his aftershock early, letting Vayne to stack up the true damage and actually proc onto Nautilus, moving the trade into the favor of the side of pilots, which is quite surprising. As we can see here, Hecarim is actually looking towards mid lane. Or maybe he'll back off. Or maybe he'll go back in. Who knows? He's an
Oh, the Syndra
indecisive
sounds
horse.
kind of weak misses though.
That's a
But he
flash
still
from
forced the
Yone.
flash, even though he didn't have the Q tornado dash up, so maybe he could have tried to use that one first. But I mean, better be safe than sorry, I guess.
Hecarim is actually
Yeah.
spotted out by the Scrying Orb, so the bot lane of pilots will actually know that he's around bot side. Lilia should.
They are
try
slow
to-
pushing out now though, so if they're not careful.
I would like to see Lilia actually path down bot lane here, to protect the bot side from pilots from the potential gank of Hecarim. But obviously, he's not there anymore.
Yeah.
He's going up
He
to the top
seems-
skull.
Maybe realized that this wasn't the play and he's going for the top scuttle. Okay. I tried to drag it.
We actually
Yes.
see a little lane gank come from Lilia down in the bot lane. Do you think anything's gonna happen?
I don't. She seems to be recalling
Oh.
right now, but
She might be looking for something more here.
and the wave is pushing into Sea Blaze, so I would be surprised.
Top lane, there's the
She
usual
was also
little
sitting on a
skirmish.
ward, by the way.
Yes, that makes things a lot harder for her. But now we see Hecarim moving toward the top side, trying to.
That's gonna be really
influence
good.
this little- Oh, taunt lands.
That's
The
Orange Death
flash.
here.
The
Orange
ignite
Death
is
here.
taking.
The pots!
That's close. That's a tilter. That's a tilter.
The pots. All I'm saying is hail the pots. My teammates only play me when I
MVP
buy
pots.
3 pots. But here we go. Ornn
So-
actually coming back with lane with 2 ruby crystals.
Oh, the Vayne might be caught out here. The Nautilus now. They don't decide to go for it there, so she's just gonna be able to walk out.
What I'd definitely like
but
to see. Oh, sorry. What I'd definitely
Go
like
on.
to see here is Hecarim actually backing soon. Because he's sitting on a lot of gold currently. He hasn't backed yet. Well, Lilia already has her items.
Might
She's
be
actually walking down bot lane. They're
gank
ganking.
here. The
That's a
flash
really
play
good.
coming in from the Thresh. Yeah, the Kalista is really in trouble. She's getting so, and she ends up dropping 4 first
Maybe
blood,
from
going
Shen,
over to the
from Shen.
pilot. Yeah, Shen's coming in. Nautilus forced to flash again, but Lilia, flash Q, doesn't get it. And meanwhile, Shen is picking up a free kill on the backside. But now, Sea Blaze's
Syndra
mid lane has
gets
come
kill.
in here. Let's see what's happened.
That's a flash.
This is a really messy fight. Flash or get skill shaked. Oh, the skill button coming in there and just getting them the last kill. And I mean, a messy fight, but sure, Pilot's got the first blood, I think. But I think Sea Blaze coming out ahead of that one, and they can look
This
for drag
is-
now as well because jungle is dead.
This is exactly what Sea Blaze actually wanted from that fight. The Syndra is actually 2-0 up now on the Yone, pretty much meaning Yone can't lane anymore. Especially with also them getting the dragon, which allows for the small health regen.
Nice.
Because we're still in the laning phase. There's actually a lane swap coming from the side of Sea Blaze, with the bot lane moving towards the top lane.
I mean, in terms of exerting pressure, it seems like a good idea. But what do you think this is a good time for the swap, or should they wait it because they should still win their bot lane?
Personally, I think this is actually going to go into the favor of Sea Blaze, as they can deny more XP and gold from the Ornn, while Shen can hold his ground, as he does have that 1 kill from this play bot lane.
Yeah, and like we're looking now though, like there's still such a huge CS lead on the bot side as well. But now maybe Vayne gets some time to catch up, but they are recalling both top and the bot, so maybe they're swapping and trying to match this swap coming out from
Which
Sea Blaze, which
they will.
Then it's late, so they're gonna miss a lot of XP still.
Unless I really think Blaze should freeze this wave here, as it would force the bot side from pilots to come up into an unfavorable position, with Hecarim being as strong as he is, able to gank. Of course, hitting the level 6, having the ignite back up, this might get really ugly. However, Lilia's there.
He's trying to cover, but Hecarim could also path his way up here. We might see a bit of a
Yes.
TL3. The hook lands
Yes.
onto the Thresh. I mean, he's getting get Kalista ulted, and the Blaze are looking for it. Oh,
That's a really good
as
engagement
we
from
dive
Hecarim.
in. That's pretty good ult, yes, and Thresh is free. They're looking for, but the sleep,
The ulti coming
coming
up
out from
from
Lilia.
Shen.
The stopwatch might end up saving his
That's
life.
a
Then
good
the
taunt flash.
Shen, flash taunt. Oh, they're getting just demolished right now. Oh no,
Vayne
poor
will
Vayne.
get up.
Vayne,
Well,
oh. Oh, mid lane, 1v1. Both ults are being blown.
Oh, the
Oh,
flash
and then the
forward
flash
from the Yone.
Q. Yeah. I mean,
This is what we
unexpected.
wanted, isn't it? This is
Yeah,
exactly what we
Love
wanted.
action. I mean, Yone is actually ahead in CS now, even though he had 2 kills, and he's not really. He doesn't even have an item complete, and he still wins against Oshinra with a finished courage. I mean, Rito, please. Hello?
Sea Blaze
this
will be
champion
looking up.
It's clear enough
Sea
balance. No, but
Sea Blaze will
was
be
a-
looking up to pick up the Herald here. Of course, with the plates still being up, this could actually swing even more gold.
oh,
into
Shen,
the
he might
side
have
of
overstayed
the
his
side.
welcome here. The hook ends up missing, but the Flay should secure this kill to pilots, but the Kalista is in
Fancy
vain
feet
trying
coming
to
up
save
from
it top lane.
Shen.
But oh, Vayne overstepping here.
Oh,
Yeah, it's just gonna get banged down by the 2 bruisers. But meanwhile, Kalista gets took into turret range.
Lilia is
Thresh
dead
is
as well.
saving it. Yeah, this is fight on multiple fronts. And I think mistakes on both sides there.
However, this just keeps
Oh,
working into the
Jonas.
side. Oh, close.
How is he only 2 levels up? Like,
Oh.
hello?
I think he still was up as he actually killed Syndra with a wave pushing into her tower, as well as he stayed mid lane where she TP'd bot lane.
Yeah.
So he's got that XP advantage, which actually does allow him to just 1v1 the
Nice.
Syndra.
He seems to go really aggressive because. So I would expect him to go like maybe like Mercs or like some sort of MR item maybe. But seen with some sometimes, but he's going static shift straight into this into a skill check button. I don't know.
Oh.
I mean, it seems to
think-
be working for him.
I think he actually does. He went for the static shift because he will be building either the Sterex Gauge or the Maw of Maltorius later on into the game.
No.
Or, of course, he can just not build any of that and just go full damage.
Yeah. I mean, he might be saying, "I got the kill, so I'm gonna carry now." It's time for me to just get this early game going. Because remember, if pilots end up getting out of this early game somewhat evenly, like they're gonna feel really good. But right now it's been too hot for them. But they're not too frightened. It's about a 1k gold lead at the moment for the CE Blaze.
Keep in mind the
Well-
CS that Yone has got over Syndra, alongside with the 1 kill that he got into her, actually puts him 600 gold ahead of the enemy mid laner. The Hecarim and Lilia are actually even on gold as well. However, the Kalista is almost 1000 gold ahead of the Vayne, which is exactly what Dark Uni would want to be in that state currently.
Yeah, and then also the big fat Hecarim. Holy shit!
And that's
He's
a
being
track
over-
response from Hecarim and they're starting the Drake. Pilots can't contest this at all, actually.
No. I mean, one thing I liked about the static ship maybe is they have an easier way to get a mid prio, but doesn't really matter because they're doing somewhat proper lane assignments, I assume, with they're putting bot mid, which is what they usually want to do. Oh, dive in the top lane. Shen is in trouble.
Shen is dead.
Yeah, never wake up again. Yeah, the infinite sleep. Oh, there he's comes right in, but the hook and the condemn. Oh, that's a good play, but Thresh still gets hooked in. Nautilus blowing his ult. Is this too deep from Sea Blaze though? Ignite is taking down, and he ends up going down. Oh, the ult to engage. I mean, and then yeah, Ornn thinks. Meanwhile, bot lane, Ornn thinks.
There's the Lilia follow up again.
Yeah,
There's just
But I mean,
fights everywhere.
It didn't look too clean the dive. I mean, it was a really good crucial scale shot that almost stopped the attempt, but the Hecarim is just too far ahead at this point, I guess.
There's another hook.
Oh, Lilia
onto
kind of
here.
misfishing. She's forced to flash. She is
However-
forced to flash out.
Sea Blaze has been chucked down, and Fresh and Vayne are almost back, so they could look here for a re-engage. Lilia does not have her ulti. Fresh goes for the hook, however he misses. There's the Herald dropped onto the mid lane tower, looking for the plates here, onto the Hecarim. That's around 320 gold for him.
The horse is well fed. Horse is big now. It's a big
Horse
pony
is big.
coming in. Horse is big now. We go boom boom.
Very big indeed.
Yeah, I mean, look at this Vayne though. Like, oh, I feel bad for him. Like 72 CS at 13 minutes and barely completed item. Just sitting on that Vamp Scepter. Yeah, this Vayne has been good job on seeing Blaze. Like the Vayne has just been really delayed in her price back, but the Yoneli does somewhat make up for that.
I really think soon pilots will be start kicking into gear properly and even taking back the gold lead that CE Blaze has accumulated. Personally, I actually think pilots are ahead at this current state. Not in terms of gold, but in terms of champion strength and the way they scale. Like,
Oh, top lane. We see another 1-1. Channel coming in. Will it save the mid laner? Oh, the taunt! And yeah, the mid laner on pilot just bit off more than he could chew. Also a bit of the Haseki brothers coming in there. Just had to get it out of his systems, you know.
back to what I was saying, however, apart from that play where I was thinking pilots are actually quite ahead, as Sea Blaze is on a timer currently. Ornn items are going to start coming in soon. Vayne is going to finish her item soon. Lilia is really strong at the moment. It's just slowly tumbling into Pilot's favor.
Yeah, man. It's looking that this is gonna be a really even game. Do you think that Sea Blaze, like, what do you think they will gonna look to do the next couple of minutes? Oh, never mind. We see some engagement on the mid lane, but some crucial civilians end up missing there, and Hecarim ends up dying.
That's a huge
No,
shot.
Yone coming in.
That's 700 gold. Yone coming in afterwards, after the. Ooh,
Yeah. No,
that was a
it's
lot.
just gonna be left
Thank
out to
God.
dry. Oh, the ignite, counter kill. Oh, almost. He almost got his consolation prize there.
Quite close indeed,
Yeah.
actually.
But yeah, like as you said, the shutdown on Hecarim, that's really big.
This is what I meant by pilots are actually ahead. Sea Blaze is getting really overconfident, trying to dive this Vayne over and over again, but it's just not working out for them. They should be looking just to take these winning fights, those objectives, not those 50-50 risks where they can lose out potential and like snowball pilots to a more of a lead than they already are.
Yes. Like, so as we're going over the 50-minute mark, and this early game is almost starting to get to a close. We have some more minutes in. Like, what are your takeaways here from the way that the game has gone so far?
Well, it's definitely going into the very early game definitely went into Sea Blaze's favor. However, things are just going so well for pilots now. They've almost equaled out the gold lead, which they will as soon as Ornn items come in, as those are basically 1,000 gold each. Dropping the Herald mid lane puts the pressure onto Sea Blaze to counter while they fight for the Drake. It's an Infernal Drake, so keep in mind, if pilots get 4 Infernal Drakes, that's huge scaling bonus for them, and well, might be the deciding factor in this game. We're looking for a fight here.
Oh, hook lands off the Nautilus. Oh,
Hecarim goes for
see,
the
but
Vayne.
he gets cancelled. He gets off the ulti with the Shenko with the Vayne. But Yone, he gets on the enemy backline. This is huge. This fight's on two fronts. Both teams are
Syndra
trying
is
their best.
sleeping. Lilia can almost. Lilia literally almost one-shots the Syndra. She might die from the passive, however she won't because she has pots. As I've said, preach the pots.
Yeah,
However,
so really good plays from both sides. Pilots are
that's
looking.
good.
The Ornn ultimate. Oh, this is gonna be. Oh, he goes to the Kalista. They might get them all. Yeah, they should clean up all. Pilot coming on with a huge team fight win.
Hey, I put my money where
I mean,
my
you
talk
called it.
is.
You called
I
it.
put my money where my talk is. I told you, pilots would really start getting a grip on this game. They've already brought the gold lead back, and they're miles ahead of the enemy team currently, with the items now coming in for all of the pilots champions. We can see Vayne finishing her Blade of the Rune King just before the fight. Now finishing her boots. Ornn is going to really soon start to get those ornaments. However,
TP escape, the great escape.
what is? Oh, yep. Well,
Yep.
there you go.
Yeah. I mean, bit of an anticlimactic. It wasn't really the great escape. It was almost punished for overextending.
Lilia has nearly 2,000 gold in her bank. She's gonna probably finish the Medjais actually, and her boots. Ornn just purchased a Cataclysm and a Negation Cloak, which again is pretty damn huge. I'm just curious as to what Lilia buys. She does go for the Medjais. Oh, I like to see this.
Oh, she's throwing down the gauntlet, saying like, "I'm strong now, bitches. Come and get me."
As I've said though, however, I genuinely think pilots have a really strong grasp in this game now. Unless Sea Blaze can find some magic into these team fights, catching out perhaps the Lilia, the Vayne, or the Yone. You know, it's looking pretty dark.
Yeah, like the Yone Lilia combo is just they're super strong, and now like Yone is on his big 2-item spike. Like 90 minutes into the game, he's a monster. Like Hecarim tried to become the raid boss, but I think Yone is just gonna be like, no, I'm the final boss in this game, bitch. You know, so it's kind of like, I mean, Vayne is happy though. Like a rough early game, but I mean, hey, if you win the game. But so far, the wave is obviously not over yet, though. I mean, Seablaze still has some strong options. Like once Hecarim completes Death Stance, he should be a really high threat. And if they get those picks, as you said, then we're gonna have a real banger of a team fight.
Well, as I've said, before the game started, I knew us pilots were going to struggle early game with especially with the Hecarim, you know, going around with Ignite around like in Pilot's bot lane, especially just running them down constantly, you know. Perhaps even trying to get into their mental state. You never want to be just constantly camped by an enemy Hecarim under your own tower. However,
We see some fighting for wards.
Oh.
Oh, the Ignite.
Lilia
Oh,
should be safe with
that's
the
a
moves
tilt
from passive. That's a ulti coming from Yone.
Oh,
Fresh
hook on
catches
Hecarim.
the Hecarim.
Yes, used all
Hecarim's dead.
he's used all his cooldowns. He doesn't have ult. He's dead. Oh, like that's. I mean, some really good counterplay. Like I think the Chen TP was cancelled by the Ornn. And all of other stuff, but like Sea Blaze just overextending, and it was really close that they almost got a pick, but just overstayed a bit too long and got punished.
Pilots
That's
are
right.
actually going to go for the Baron flip. The enemy jungler's dead, but not for too much longer. The Vayne doesn't have her Gwyn's finish yet, so that DPS isn't quite there yet. However, with the Yone already having the IE and Select Shift, this Baron is just going to be melted, and Sea Blaze just doesn't have an answer to it.
Yeah, it really feels like Sea Blaze, they didn't really execute the early game as well as they had to, and now pilots are just being like, we're scaling, boys, and they're really starting to put the foot down. So okay, the ball is now in the pilot score. They are gonna, I think, use this Baron to try and push. What do you expect them to do? Yeah.
I definitely would like to see him play around the next streak again. They have all the cooldowns needed. Vayne has both summoners up and the ulti coming up soon. Same with the Fresh, having both summoners up. Yone and Lilia missing both of the flashes. However, if we look to the side of Sea Blaze, they have every tool they need to win a team fight. However, again, pilots are 3,000 gold ahead, and their champions being so much more stronger at this point in the game. It just seems like an uphill battle constantly for Sea Blaze.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, like, Ornn items starting coming in. The Vayne getting close to the Ginsu, and yeah, we already touched on Yone, how big he is, and yeah, when a champion can buy Magi, it's kind of usually a sign that he's ahead. And yeah, we see some light trading now. They're trying to establish vision lines here, Seablaze, but they are getting poked out by the Lilia. Like Leander is just doing so much. And yeah, this continued fighting on vision, like.
I definitely feel,
what's gonna happen here? Like,
I definitely feel pilots are looking for a strong engage
oh,
here.
engage here, like they're going. They find Yone, he's dead, this is huge! Seablaze is finally the target they wanted, but can they bring this fight home? Vayne is still alive, freeing back, but Kalista wins that 1-1 crucially for her team.
This is exactly what Seablaze was looking for.
Yeah, but they barely come out there. There's still two members alive. I mean, in the end, it's a 2-for-3 of Seablaze, but I mean, pilots, they're not done. They're not giving up this Drake that easily. Kalista is low, but they have to be careful. But Ornn, even though he's a tank, he deals a lot of damage. They're fighting into a choke.
Oh,
Could
there's
be
the
big.
big
The knock up,
W
the double knock up. Holy shit, this is huge. The pilots just bringing it back after the lost team fight. And the hook, it hits. And now the lonely diver is trying to get away, but he can't. No mana. And Thresh, triple kill. I mean, who's to carry this game? I mean, it's support Vayne.
This is just the story of Golf, Mormor, and Stinna. However, there's the TP coming from Syndra.
Oh! Yeah, is this her moment? The redeem play? She's gonna be able to pull it out? Like, none of the teams wants to let this dragon go.
This definitely
but she looks to be in trouble! Yeah,
this
the
definitely
content
reminds me of
she is
Solo
dead.
queue. This definitely reminds me of Solo queue with people just going one by one. That's another Drake coming from Pilots, which is the second Infernal Drake on their side, giving them 8% extra attack damage and ability power, which is huge in terms of Vayne, Yone, and Lilia.
I do feel like if there was any fight that Seablaze was gonna like win and be able to jump back the gate, was that one. They fucking one-shot the Yone at the beginning of the fight, and they still didn't manage to come out ahead enough to get the objective. Oh, but one might be in trouble. Yeah, Horsey's saying thank you very much. 600 gold.
Yone going in. That forces out the ult from the Kalista. That's another cooldown down for the side of Seablaze.
Oh, Lilia damage, holy shit.
Yeah, Lilia
going in, the sleep.
Really strong.
Pilots are looking. And the flay on two people. This should be a kill. Hecarim is desperately trying to save this fight, but it might
Syndra's bot lane. Syndra's not there. This is
be off or not, as Sony is just gonna shred him. Yeah, this is... What are you doing, Blaze? You can't take these fights. And yeah, Pilot's just getting away with... After a good pick from Seablaze, like they just overextend and doesn't seem to be playing as a unit well enough. And yeah, Pilots, they aptly capitalize on it.
Pilots are definitely flying in this game towards a swift victory into this game one, being 5,000 gold ahead. For me, I think this game's over and done with unless something drastic happens. Seablaze is just so far behind. Syndra's trying to get anything, split pushing down bot lane, or having half a Rabadon's, half a Zhonya's finished. Meanwhile, Pilots are pushing down this top lane power, looking for the inhibitor.
Oh,
that's a hook going into the Kalista. That's a huge
Oh,
fight
do you know
for
the combo?
Pilots.
It's really big. I mean,
This looks
Syndra
like
is
this
trying,
game,
but
really.
yeah,
Vayne
it's gonna be
picking
game.
up solo
Hecarim
kill.
on the backside, but yeah, you're only still alive. Here comes the rest of the team and supporting him, and yeah, Shen, you, my friend, you're dead. And Horsey is fed and does end up getting the Yone. Maybe this stops the push. This could actually be huge. And I mean, you're tanky, my friend, but I don't think you're that tanky. The Call of the Forge God is gonna miss. I mean,
Hecarim single-handedly saved the game.
Yeah, I mean, that's huge. Like, the jungler from Seablaze is desperately trying to keep his team in the game. And he's doing a really good job. But the inhib goes down for Pilots, and 20 stacks on Magi's and just getting more. So, yeah, I think Pilots will still have.
However, keep in mind, the top inhibitor is down, meaning super minions will spawn in that lane, keeping constant pressure up in top lane, while the Baron is spawning with the entire side of Pilots being up. Yone having the upgraded item from the Ornn, having the Molten Edge, which is quite huge. as a power spike coming from the side of pilots. They were definitely are looking towards the Drake. The hook lands onto Nautilus. Lilia picking
Yeah,
up the hook. He's dead.
He just wants to get that vision down, man, but yeah, he can't. The team just, yeah, they can't support him. And
That's a brilliant play by the Nautilus there. He should never go alone without his team to try and clear vision from Baron when pilots have such a strong advantage. The
I mean,
top
they can't
side
let this Baron go, but they're gonna try. But I don't think they're gonna be able to. That's a big engagement on the Hecarim though, but no one ends up dropping yet. Lilia with a crucial Sonus and sleep onto multiple members, but the Kalista is still free hitting on the backside. Everyone's getting real. Hecarim's still alive.
They're looking for the fringe. As I've said, the top lane has been pushing this entire time from the lack of the inhibitor. This really does look like the game unless Nautilus himself
I mean,
can stop 3 members of pilots.
well fought by Sea Blaze. Like, they were man down and still they managed to get 2 members off the table. But I mean, they're just too far behind at this point, and with a man down, there's no way they can win the team fights. And
Hey,
yeah,
I said what I said before the game started, that the pilots would take a clean 2-0 sweep from the side of Sea Blaze, and this really does look like a dominating performance from the side of pilots after this game 1.
I mean, I feel like they had a really good. They had the win condition, they got it, and but I also feel like, what happens if Sea Blaze gets the scaling option instead? I still feel like a 2-1 is definitely a possibility. Will it go in Sea Blaze's favors? We will see. Or will it go to pilots? But I still think that we have a 3-gamer ahead of us.
Yeah, but what we first need to see is you, because you need to turn on the light, my man. You're very dark right now. But yeah, welcome to the Spectator Delay, boys. Here we can have a look at the beautiful numbers and stats. And as you can see right now, gold-wise, there was a huge advantage on the Hecarim side, which, well, obviously decreased with the time going, because Eldon did also a wonderful job at that jungle position. But I think the biggest gap we have is actually the mid lane gap with a 3k gold lead, and in the bot lane was very close. Both AD carries actually not that well performing in this game, seeing as they both had scaling AD carries or AD carries that need time and teamfight to do damage. However, Syndra and Yone and as the Hecarim as well as the Lilia are very explosive champions, so not giving a lot of time to such carries. Looking at the damage graphs here, we will see Lilia piloting the Tornado Pilot Kamikaze team into literally victory here, as well as, of course, we saw those trash hooks landing on such crucial targets there. Definitely very 2 key players of this composition. And also don't count out Grape, who got the level 2, sorry, not level 2, 2-level advantage in mid lane, as well as the solo kill onto the Syndra, so definitely did his fair share of damage there. Jason, okay, thanks, Nate, for pointing out that I'm a TSM fan.
Yeah, poor you. Come on, no, guys. They only have 1 good player.
Hey, don't you discredit Bio Daddy like that. Anyways, yeah, I definitely...
I don't need plenty of other people doing it.
Giving out the winning bet there to the people that bet on the website. Congratulations on you, and stay with us for just a second, because we also need, what's it called? MVP poll, there we go. So you can bet on the MVP of the winning team, in this case Stinner, Aladdin, Grape, ACM Takodo, or of course ACM Golf Momo. Either one of these will it be. You have 2 minutes starting now, and just give it with an exclamation mark vote top jungle mid AD carry or support, such as described in the channel, the chat channel here by the Streamlabs bot. So just do the exact same and give us your vote. We want to know who you think deserves the MVP of this game. Wait, I could also have done it differently, I just realized. Oh no, we have this new function where we can use...
I'm gonna get my own vote out here as well.
/poll. Yeah, we could have done a /poll. I am very sorry about this. I will do it later. I will do /poll for the MVP of the series. How about that?
I mean... And no, top for picking Ornn. Oh. Took the bullets, you know. No, but I'm torn between mid and jungle, actually.
I think it was the support. Honestly, the support made some really big plays, especially going on to the late game. Single-handedly, in my opinion, carried that dragon fight. The second dragon fight.
Yeah, that was huge, actually. Oh, I got removed by the lobby. That is fine. That doesn't matter. We'll head over to our launch screen, where we have the beautiful
Time to get comfy.
comfy. So if you guys are interested in staying with us for game number 2 in this best of 3 between obviously Sea Blaze and Tornado Kamikaze pilots, let us know, because we are looking forward to have you guys chit chat once more in our Twitch chat and give us your predictions. We'll be right back with you after this short break. Give it an approximate, let's say 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and you shall see more from us in just a second. So that being said, see you guys in a second and enjoy the music.
Be still now and feel the water. Keep the ground upon your cheek when you dwindle it. You be kind and let me go. I'm as timeless as you feel. Timeless as you timeless as you Be still now. Keep the ground You be kind and let me go. I'm as timeless as you I'm as timeless as you feel.
And there we go. Welcome back, everybody, here after this short break. I hope you enjoyed the break. Oh, camera fell over, and
Yep.
there he is. He's back. Nothing happened. Everything is fine. Let me just turn off the counter.
I got a ginger Yasuo.
Oh, that is PogChamp. Let me see that.
Oh wait, the light
Yeah,
is.
there we go. Okay, we can see you again.
I just had a good. I just had a cookie that was too much sugar for
Wait,
me.
Snates, what do you want from me? See what he said. But not with an. Yeah, I mean, thank you for the invite, Stina.
What's with the lighting? Jesus Christ, I'm red.
Yeah, you guess you know how to get the codes. Otherwise, I'll give it to you in a sec.
Uh,
I mean, invited you, but I need to. Do you have him? Do you have virus?
Oh yeah, he has me.
I just invited us then.
yeah.
Okay, cool. Hey, what did Snates say? I still didn't read.
Oh, I have to.
Oh, show
this.
girlfriend. That would be difficult. I think she can't make it by. I mean, she can't come. She can't get here in time before the last game is over, I believe, because I believe this is a Swift 2-0 by Tornado Kamikaze Palace.
Hey, that's
Bad
what I
luck.
said.
Anyways, play the piano. I don't have a piano. Sorry, Mr. Joe. The blue text on the dark background is definitely not helping. But yeah, looking forward to game number 2 here. As you can see, it's 1-0 in this quarterfinals. The quarterfinals are best of 3 semifinals, as well as the finals are going to be a best of 5. Looking forward to those as well in the future. But until that, we can have a look at the leaderboard of Streamlabs there. Fake Snade's being ahead of me, so he's going to post it. And you see in top number 1 place, actually, our Butter Snades. Welcome to the big league and congratulations. Keep it up. So let's have a look at the vote of the MVP poll here for the last. That's a very open and clear one. I think all the guys looking at Twitch chat right now will be seeing that it was 100% onto the support. So Trash Carry, you are welcome, my friend. Much appreciated.
Good to see that people in TJ at least give love to support, you know.
Always give love to supports.
We shall have a look at the game number 2 in just a second here. Oh, game ready to all drivers? No, thank you. Let's get a execute ready for the boys here. So on this time we will have Tornado on the left side as well as the Sea Blaze lineup on the right side, and it's going to be TG Diamond League on the game number 2 of the quarterfinals, and we're going to put it in English, not in Korean.
I got gamer glasses on, you know, I'm ready.
Let's
Hell yeah.
walk in Germany.
And I'm sorry to continue my prediction streak of being right 0 amount of the times. You know, it's a streak. Might not be a good one, but at least I'm consistent. You know.
There we go. That should be fixing it. Have a look at,
I can't see the end of it.
Damien's vibing. He's vibing, now, boys.
Hey.
Okay, let's go to the best part of the game, the draft phase. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
hyped.
where I make most of my money with
Oh,
teams.
by the way, guess first ban, Damien. Guess the first
Shaco.
ban. Yeah, I'm so mind blown. It's so unexpected. Oh no.
Very true.
And then we have Wukong, so I mean, Tornado doesn't seem to be swapping their plans. I mean, except for the Ash ban, here they can actually just do Ash ban instead of having to ban Kate. They can just do what Seabless
There's
did.
the Lilia ban, however.
Yeah, that I actually think is an adaptation from Seablaze. Stack
Honest-
coming in.
So there is no Ash ban coming from the side of Tornado. I expect
they don't
them
even
to come here.
Ooh, I mean, if you feel like you can play Ashe into Caitlyn well enough, it's like not a big of a deal because then you're basically saying we want the Ashe pick potential anyway. So because if you have a Hecarim, that kind of helps. I feel like so. I wouldn't be surprised if Seablaze just goes for Caitlyn and then pilots are happy just taking the Ashe trade.
However, I'd still be expecting the Caitlyn to be picked up, as she is just such a strong, dominating bot laner that can scale well into the mid game and potentially into the late game if allowed. So,
It's kind of the
There's the
reverse in the picks here. Like now, pilots are the ones first picking Hecarim and Seablaze going Thresh route. Is it the Vayne here as well? You know, Thresh again.
are we gonna get a basically a reverse of
The comps.
the last draft? Tornado probably even BMing.
Yeah, it would be
Let me
like
see.
to make a statement like we are the better team. Like we just beat you with your own comp. Get today.
That
Oh,
would that'd be
Ashe.
weird.
So they don't pick up the Caitlyn. They take the Ashe instead, which I think is the weaker of the two. But depending on what comp you want to build, the Asher can maybe outvalue. But I'm not too sure about this Ashe pickup.
I mean, Caitlyn's still on the table. Like,
Oh, Shen as well. They're already doing it. It's exactly happening. Oh no, I see. Okay. Not how is Caitlyn not picked? Though.
do you think they might go for an Israel Yumi bot lane here?
I mean, for sure, like that would be the most optimal. I didn't see too many humans on Pilots' side. I don't remember. I think Blaze support plays it a lot though. But I mean, definitely, like if they get a Yumi here, Blaze they're just realizing that we can't let it go through, so they ban it out. A possibility.
What I'd like to see from Sea Blaze with the Gangplank, I would love to see a Leandri's second buy. I think it's the strongest item on GP after Trinity. Sorry, not after Trinity, after Triforce. And honestly, it deals so much damage in team fights. You can melt tanks such as Shen and Hecarim.
Oh, there it is.
across
The
the map.
Yone. The Yone ban.
I generally do think they should build Leandri's on the Gangplank, but we'll see.
I'm not too sure about. I mean, Yone was really strong, but when you're already locked in a Hecarim, you're kind of like, if it's Heca jungle, I doubt you would pick AD mid, but I can see why you would be afraid of it. Like,
Also,
it's really strong.
could you actually notice the Gallivan coming from the side of Tornado, not wanting to give that up to CE Blaze, where they could use it themselves on a more of a global comp compared to Blaze's comp currently?
Yeah, I mean, definitely they could use that to like match the roaming of the Shen, and they have Gallagher as well. But good of the pilots to ban that out. I do expect like maybe an Orianna coming out here, but I wonder what they're gonna pair in the bot lane here on pilots side.
And the thing
Maybe
I'm
Senna.
very surprised about is actually C Blaze managing to get like this flex pick in the second last pick, so they're actually leaving it open. They don't know is this an Echo mid, is this an Echo jungle, and then they now have to still blind pick their mid laner here.
However, though, with Evelyn being open, I would rather
Yeah.
see the Evelyn picked against the Echo, as she, in my opinion, is the much stronger champion.
Then they would have to do a lot of flexing though.
It does leave the it does mean that they don't get the flex that they want with Echo. However, Evelyn's just ridiculously strong right now.
Yeah. I mean, she's so fucking annoying. Especially all the Smurfs play her, you know? They're just fucking 1v9.
Hmm.
But I mean, yeah, pilots really taking their time here, thinking about what they want to do. And I mean, one pick I really like is like the Senna support, but they're gonna start blocking their jungle, it seems, with the Sejuani
Sejuani.
just carrying out front line. Now they would need something high damage. I mean, if they don't know mid, they could lock in Orianna, but they still need something support. Wait,
Rakan.
if who is mid? Then
Sir Rakan
no,
mid lane.
this is it's the Rakan. What pilots? What's going on? I mean, Sejuani could technically support as well, so it might be just Sejuani Astral Pot and then Rakan mid.
My hands are up!
and
This might be a full AP Rakan or a full AP
then
Knight.
Lysandra in mid, like
I mean, we have seen the Sejuani mid lane. Don't worry, like we have seen that from.
yeah, I haven't. So
Well, you're not long enough around, you know, the old
Uh.
man Twix here. But yeah, looking into game number 2 here, let's have a look at. Oh, okay. We'll jump right into the champion selection in just a second here.
This is very unorthodox looking draft come from the from side of Tornado. With
Yeah.
CE Blaze picking up Lysandra as their last pick, giving them a lot of CC potential coming from that mid lane.
I mean, don't underestimate that Sejuani. But going into Lysandra, it's a bit harder, I believe, but it's still a very Hawk champion that I've seen great perform on very well.
does she build it like full AP then?
Counter belt.
Oh god. Well, I'm expecting some saucy ultis coming from the mid lane of pilots. In that case.
I mean, I don't know where to begin with this draft. Like, what do you like? Who wins? Like,
I mean,
right. My first instinct is like, CE Blaze more standard, so like they got some really strong picks, so maybe they should win. But I don't know enough about the Sejuani mid to like if it is the Sejuani mid, like the old Rakan mid. Then
Every time he picked it, I'm not sure if it's a grape special. It's definitely a special for one of the teams. I don't remember which ones. They have changed names so often, but it is definitely already been showcased in the TG Diamond League, and it's performed astonishingly well. Like you would say,
Yeah.
it's a bit of a troll pick, but it's actually not. It counters a lot of people, especially those who don't know how to play against Sejuani, and a lot of mid laners don't. Surprisingly, they don't know the powers of a Sejuani.
I mean, off meta picks are usually very surprising.
Also,
It's coming. I'm so excited to see this.
it
Like,
has a lot of
honestly. Show me.
counter pick potential. Like it's good into assassins. It has a lot of high solo target damage, which you underestimate a lot of times, thanks to the W into E and then proccing that passive. It just does so much damage. But yeah,
however, personally, I still think the side of CE Blaze actually has the better draft with the Gangplank coming into the late game. With the Ashe, actually, in my opinion, being the better ADC pickup here compared to the Ezreal.
Yeah.
With Ashe having a much more hyper carry style of gameplay compared to the Ezreal again. However, this does mean the side of pilots will be looking for those smaller skirmishes again, during the early to mid game. However, late game, it's anybody's game, in my opinion.
I just feel like it depends on how. It really depends on Ezreal because he's like their only sustained DPS on the pilot side, and that makes it like sure if Sejuani has a lot of good upfront burst, like surprisingly, that can get them picks. But if it doesn't, then it's like
I mean,
you will have one
Sejuani
source.
Shen most likely being bruisers or tanks is gonna give the Hecarim the ability to build a bit more offensive. So it's not like Ezreal has to solo carry this with damage because that would be just impossible. And also the Sejuani damage is not to be underestimated, especially against an Ashe and a Gangplank who are very squishy champions even in late game. The only one that they're not gonna one-shot is obviously the Sunray and Echo just due to their abilities. But yeah, definitely if they get the right targets, they can blow up people. And I think what they have done Tornado in the second game is turn it around. Last time they were on it, they put the Blaze on a timer, and this time they put themselves on a timer because if this goes very, very late, obviously the scaling is on the favor of Sea Blaze.
I'm definitely looking, again, going to reiterate it again, for Gangplank to build the Leandri's Torment into this game, comparing that into a Shen Sejuani. However, I don't like the Rakan pick into the Fresh. I think it's a very strange pick, considering that Fresh does very well into Rakan.
Yeah, it's like it's a mechanical matchup, but it's like if you're good at Thresh, then you really can hard counter a Rakan. So a bot lane is definitely Sea Blaze's favored. I don't want to play. I wouldn't want to play this bot lane. It's basically just like try and farm and survive, wait for SR power spike, and just be like, yay. I mean, they still have good tools. Like Rakan ult is still a Rakan ult, so he's still probably going to be useful. Just like can the support from Sea Blaze's side like position well enough to deny his engage?
Have you moved? I feel like you keep moving, Mr. Virus here. Let me just.
I mean, maybe
recenter
slightly.
you.
Yeah, you have ants in
I'll
your
just
pants.
stay like this. I will recenter you. There you go. Now you're back into the middle. Yeah, it's okay. I'm just on instead of
I think
watching the game, I'm on webcam caster's duty.
I think what happened is when the camera fell, I picked up
Oh, yeah,
into like
maybe.
a slightly different angle. So
Well, let's have a look at our Twitch chat here because Twitch is going ham about this Sejuani mid lane pick as well as the betting. So let's have a look at what you guys are betting on so far. I do see 57 and 42% split, so actually very, very close, but still in favor of the blue side. Thinking Tornado has what it takes to finish this off in a 2-0 strong.
honestly, this game requires game
Come on.
losses.
Come on, pilots! I need you to keep my 0 prediction correction streak going. You know.
Oh yes. Now,
it has
Mr. Virus, you look like the emoji I'm posting in chat.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
I'm gonna get my sunglasses. And instantly the cringe. Never mind, I don't know. Unlucky. Anyways, yeah.
Insta cringe.
Insta cringe has come true. But yeah, I'm not sure if I want to bet on Blaze again here, but I do think their comp is superior in the late game. But then again, I just know Grapes, Sejuani, and I saw Tiger Tigers already struggling last game on the Syndra pick into the Yoni. He didn't look too well in that performance, and I feel if Grape gets any lead in that lane, the game's basically over.
Yeah, it didn't look. Oh, it's beautiful. I mean,
Yeah, I agree
just
with that
like-
line. I wish this is going to go 1-1, so we have it game number 3, but I think Tornado is going to take it all.
However, if it does go to game 3, are we performing or are we listening to Silver Scrapes?
No, that is reserved to the finals, man. Or a reverse sweep in the semifinals, depending on how hyped
Reverse sweep, damn.
Yeah, it has to be that one. If it goes 2-0, then it's going to be Silver Scrapes if they would go 2-1, because that's the start of the end for the 2 points team. I'm going to go big on this one. I'm going to vote Blue 1000 if it goes to.
But if I
Wait,
want to hear Damien
stupid.
sing it,
You
know, we do a Mark C.
That's-
Woo! Woo!
Okay, I'm gonna switch over to the launch screen this time around because I don't want weird bug to happen again where it shows my screen. I don't know why the leak line does that.
Honestly, I can't see anything in these. Like, I can't read.
It's okay. There's nothing to read, man. That's just to commentate on the death of those guys.
Damn.
I'm actually curious. Who of you guys specializes in PvP and who specializes in CC?
I
Well,
am more on the PB side.
Yeah, I'm
Right
more
now.
of a Colocasta as I coached a team beforehand.
He
So I
coached
actually
me
know.
actually.
Yeah, that happened.
Had that happened. That was a thing. for a little
Explains
while.
why both of you are hot. Sorry, what was that?
And I can't actually argue. It's true. This season hasn't been kind to me.
But yeah, let's load into the game and onto the Rift as these guys are doing, and let's have a look at what they have in mind for this game number 2 here between Tornado versus Sea Blaze, and it's looking 1-0 for Tornado, looking strong to finish this one out.
I'm hoping I'm not behind. My PC was a bit potato loading in, but I
Yeah,
think
we
I'm
are
in.
exactly on 19, 20.
Yeah,
21,
I'm in phase.
22.
I'm in phase.
Perfect.
We're good.
There we go. Oh, we
There
see the
is
boss
that
running on
5-man
front.
stack. There's a 5-man stack coming up again.
And this time the other team is doing it though. Last time it was Sea Blaze.
Yep.
They're reversing strats.
They talked to each other after the game, and they were like, you know what, guys, let's flip it. Let's flip a coin.
Yeah, let's flip the win game level 1.
Well,
We go for high octane play, you know.
from the drafts, who do you think definitely has the advantage here? Oh, jeez.
I mean, honestly, I have no fucking clue. Like, I wanna say Sea Blaze because it's standard and it's really strong picks, but I mean, Jason keeps singing this to Johnny praises, so I'm really unsure. Like, I don't want to be the guy who's just like saying, I'm doubting the Sejuani power and then proved wrong. But I guess whoever I root for is gonna lose in the end. So I'm just gonna say nothing. I say nothing. I will
So
not
you're-
cast their curse them.
You're gonna be like the woman from LS, but in a TJ Diamond version.
What?
Yes.
How dare you?
Whatever Cheese predicts, guys, like, they're gonna lose. So keep that in mind.
I mean, I want my steer prediction streak to be correct, like in terms of games. So I have to say like, go pilots, I guess. Show me Sejuani. I just want to see Sejuani mid gameplay. Show me. That's all I want.
Keep in mind, Sejuani does have the ignite over Lissandra, which I hope at level 2 will lead into some explosive fights coming from.
Doesn't that mean
Right.
they lose some map pressure though? Because they don't have a double TP of same as Sea Blaze, you know.
They do lose in terms of global map pressure. However, if Sejuani can get ahead in this lane, it won't matter much with all three Lissandra, TPing them bot lane.
I mean, for now. By the way, I'm a bit curious about this GP versus Shen
Oh, there's
matchup.
a heck. Wait, once again, there's a Hecarim gang coming
Oh,
from.
the gang coming in. He's gonna get frozen up by the Lissandra W, and yeah, I'm just gonna face rush run away. So just saying is hello, saying that you're not gonna play alone in this lane. And
Keep in mind,
he's-
however, this game, Hecarim did pick up the Ghost compared to the Ignite, looking for the more scaling, quote-unquote, option.
Ooh.
However, there might be a fight over the Scuttle coming up.
Yeah, I mean, and if you look at the way, like, see, the scene that Sejuani is pushing in the Lissandra, weird enough, and oh, maybe a gank on top side. Taunt lands on the GP. He's very low mana. The charge comes in and he's getting really low. Will he be able to get out? The orange will maybe make it okay. Both flashes trades. He's running. He's screaming to his team, guys, help me! But it's not gonna be enough. He's gonna be slain with a blade to the back from the Shen.
Echo is knocked up by the Sejuani. One more stack needed for the E from
Oh,
Sejuani.
this is
There
so
it is.
close.
That's a kill. That's not a kill, actually. He flashes away, the red button ticking, but not enough coming from
Ooh, that
the
was a
side
close
of
one.
pilots. That was really close.
Yeah, I mean, Echo like fucking survives on 40 HP. Oh,
That's
Ignite!
something that-
The drive-by?
Wow.
Wow. Wow. And then, Hecarim coming there like, dude, I was coming. I want to help.
That's a fadeaway Ignite if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, like cool guys don't look at explosions.
Echo actually going for the bot side crab.
Shouldn't he reset if he's that low, or?
I mean, I would never risk that in terms of actually picking up the crab, especially like as soon as he saw Hecarim mid lane. However, they did spot him on the ward when he was running to top river. So, and they do have the priority in bot lane.
Yeah, but I mean,
Echo's actually going to go into the Hecarim's jungle and steal away his Wraith Camp.
What do you think about that? Is that like a really good thing? Is that very unexpected? Should he be getting away with this, or?
I mean, as when he saw Hecarim going top side of the map, like he knows he can basically freely take the Raptors and actually leave one small one, causing Hecarim to reset that camp, having to reset that camp.
Yeah, I mean, as Dragon's about to spawn, let's take stock of like how it's going. Like, I mean, Pirates pick up T really kills in a very close manner, and except for in the Fate of Ignite was a bit a badass one, but there is a small CS lead still for Sea Blaze in the bot side, as they do, as we predict to have the stronger matchup, and even in top lane. I'm actually surprised by that. Like, does DP beat Chen like early, or like?
What I'd like to see actually from the side of Sea Blaze is Gangplank getting that level 6 so he can even help without TP in the top lane. Echo looking to play around the bot side after he clears his red and Raptors so they can move towards onto the Drake. However, Hecarim's already onto the Drake as the bot side of Sea Blaze has backed off.
They do a mid lane prio. Like this Sejuani is surprising. Like you wouldn't expect a melee champion to have this good wave prio. But yeah, this
already has a Dark Seal, which is kind of scary.
I mean, Magi's Rush Sejuani lane, that would be a statement. Oh, meanwhile, top lane, here's the gang coming in. Echo is landing on the Time Winder. He's probably gonna chase him down now with the extra movement speed. But Shen, he's doing a really good job. He's in the minions. Shen, he gets a kill. He's hitting level 6. Maybe he can kite this out. This would be insane. Oh no! I hope that was a macro behind the demote and not he didn't reach for it during that, because that would have been a total. But yeah, holy shit! Like almost a 2v1 outplay. Still really good. Like well played that from the top lane of Pilots. In bot lane we have though a bit of a shade going on. Hecarim come in. Oh, he gets the E after the flash. Dark Unix is in real lot of trouble. The Estra picks up the kill and yeah, a lot of flash exchange. And yeah, just a Shen TP to top it off, and I mean immediately Pilots answer on the bot side of the map and picks up 2 really crucial kills.
Oh, I mean, as I was saying earlier on, like GP needs time to scale. Meanwhile, Pilots are giving no quarter. They're just pushing them against the wall and saying, "Hey, you've walked into the wrong neighborhood, brother. Step away. This series is ours."
We do have some training there. Oh, all in.
The Echo might die here, especially if he doesn't get away.
2-1v1's going on secondly, and I mean, like, yeah, we saw that. I guess that's Sejuani burst Jason was talking about. Did yeah, was that through ult? No, actually, did I don't think Lissandra used her ult there. Actually, it's still up. So probably they're disrespecting the damage there.
Also, keep in mind, after the side of Pilots has taken the Drake and actually executed the side of bot on the bot lane, Shen using his ulti to stay bot lane, allowing the bot side of the map to be flipped, getting the Ezreal and Rakan top lane to get that herald priority over the Gangplank, which, you know, in turn means even more plates and even more gold.
Hecarim is looking for the bot lane. There's, remember, no flash on Ashe, but a crucial play as well as the GP ultimate should dissuade any further aggression.
Aggression?
Aggression.
Love the way you said that.
Well, thank you there. I try to please with my linguistics. Okay. Holy shit, Hecarim going all sorts of shadows, but oh, what a crucial lantern! Man, what's with these Thresh players, man? This series, like they're just on fire. And yeah, a lot of time spent on bot lane and nothing gained. Did some really good cooldowns usage by Thresh there.
Seeing how they were trying to make a play around bot side, however, now it's Sejuani engaging onto the
Echo is in trouble.
So much damage coming from Sejuani.
Oh, just barely coming up, but
wow!
Oh, they still going down. Yeah.
Onto the Lissandra.
I mean,
Sejuani flashing
again,
after the Echo, picking up
again, we have this game. We have a mid lane level diff of like 2 levels almost. Like there's, I mean, Grape just having a fantastic 2 games right now. Like he's just styling on these kids.
Pilots already being 2,000 gold ahead over Sea Blaze. This is looking like a completely different side of Pilots. Well, they were bullied last game, early game. Now they're just taking the reins of this
mean,
game and
Yeah,
pushing
Pilots.
Sea Blaze to
I
the
mean,
limit.
Yeah, I mean, Sea Blaze are definitely in a top spot right now, but I mean they're not out yet. They still have a lot of tools like the Asher and the Lissandra R and GP ult to like try and do stuff and come back into the game. But what do you think they should do to like try and claw back this deficit they find themselves in?
Oh, well, definitely think they should start playing around the winning cons, which is the Ashe, the GP, and the Lissandra. Which, well, Lissandra is about to die yet
Hold
again.
on, we might,
Getting the
yeah, flash, and still
Damn
gets
it.
the kill. Ooh, yeah. So Johnny just, I mean, we were warned, but sadly the mid laner of Sea Blazes, he wasn't warned.
He didn't get the memo. He didn't get the letter.
Yeah.
Like, watch out for this is Ronnie.
You didn't get the memo, get it? And Echo is desperate trying to defend this turret, but it seems the pilots correctly just going for the plates. They just want this.
Oh, they're actually going in for the Echo.
Oh, they still get the kill!
Loading him.
Oh man, this is a slaughter. Like,
Drake is coming up as well.
what did
Oh,
they do?
What would the Cloud Drake? Actually allowing for the Rift to be the Mountain or the Infernal. I definitely think the side of Pilots would prefer the Infernal, giving them that little oomph of a burst when they pick
Yeah,
up the
like-
soul.
If it's Infernal now, like I think the game has the RNG gods have decided which team should be winning this one. Because
And in
that's
fact,
such a
it's
huge point.
Mountain.
Oh.
So this
mean-
could actually work into the favor of Sea Blaze if they manage to pick up those drakes, if they manage to call back, as it will give them that little shield, that protection from that Sejuani burst, that Hecarim running.
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like one underrated part
Right.
about Mountain is the mountain like map. Like it's so hard to like find as good of engages because of those extra walls when playing around, like the Baron, for instance.
Oh, well,
but
that's
Lissandra,
another-
yeah. I mean, she has no ult. I think she's dead here. Yeah. I mean,
Lissandra straight up not having a good time.
0550. No, like just getting like the mid diff. Like this is a game where you're just as a bot and you're just sitting there like, guys, I'm ahead in CS, and then you just look mid lane and just like, guys, come on, please let me play the game.
Lissandra has died so far every 2 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, poor guy. He's just getting he really wasn't ready for the big boar.
I mean, as we
mean-
said again, we'll say again.
That brings up an interesting point I'm kind of thinking about, because like if Pilots we saw in game 1 they did look as the stronger team, they've now shown one of their really big pick in terms of drafting, so now every team is gonna really be looking out for this. And again, Lissandra just
Oh no!
give
Oh,
the guy
no.
a break. Come on, you beating him while he's already lying down. Just like, yeah, I mean, it's spot the tilter, I guess. That's how you win.
Tigra is just straight up not having a good time. He's gonna go back after this game. He's gonna open up that cabinet. He's gonna pull out the bottle of alcohol. You know, he's gonna think about this game, and he's definitely gonna watch the replay and ask himself what went wrong.
Yeah, you left Sejuani open. That's the answer apparently.
That's a
Oh,
big
nice
engage from
echo
Rakan.
to stop. Oh, the hook landing onto Destroyer, but the General should keep him alive, and the counter engage coming in here from the Pilots, but maybe they have bit off more than they can chew. The Asheron going down, and yeah, Shen's dead. I mean, just that we think the game is starting to look over, but
Hecarim.
wait a minute, the counter engage. Yeah, he's having none of it. He's also saying, you're not getting back into this game. He's just, the onslaught shell just ripping through the entire Sea Blazes team, and yeah, that's a quick double for the Hecarim. And he's now almost, but I mean, some life. Like, Blaze is definitely not giving up and saying, we're still in this game, we're still gonna try and beat you, and they're going for it again.
Could I mention the fact that Sejuani is 3,500 gold ahead over the
Yeah, I
Lissandra,
mean-
just proving by that little ulti popping echo.
Yeah. Holy shit. But where is my Magi's? I see 10 stacks Dark Seal? Where is my Magi's? Come on! I want it! You're 6-0. If you don't beat Elimination 9, then
We
I'm
thought
disappointed.
the Sejuani would be a bruiser with a proto belt. However, after getting those early kills, I'm just feeling full AP over here.
Yeah. Come on, Magi's. We want the Magi's. Oh, Thresh, my boy, you do not want to face check this
Oh
one.
my god, the
And again,
damage is just insane.
like, it seems like when they fall behind, like the Seablaze support, he really desperately wants to get his vision, but they're not in a position as a team to like regain it, and he just ends up dying. We saw it in game 1 on Baron, and we're seeing it again now. But like,
Blaze just needs a miracle at this point. Like,
yeah,
this is just so far in Pilot's favor. They're literally piloting this game to however they want.
yeah.
If they tell you we're going to the Bahamas, you're going to the Bahamas. You're not asking a second
Yeah,
question.
there's no return ticket here.
Oh no, it's a one-way kamikaze ticket coming from
Yeah.
the side of the Pilot.
I mean,
Wow,
we
that
expect
shield.
then I expect pilots they're probably exploding with the Nexus, just going down. But I don't know. It's just, I mean, it's been a really fun game so far. I mean, the Shadrana pick definitely living up to its reputation here, and I'm certainly entertained. And I'm hoping that T-Blaze maybe gets some good picks for team fights, so we can get maybe a bit of a longer game, or even
Just
a third one. But
running
it-
bot lane towards Lissandra.
yeah,
Lissandra looks
dun.
towards the
Play cue Joss music. Dun. Dun. Dun.
Oh, here comes the Sejuani. The ulti is actually
Oh.
very good coming from the Lissandra. However, I don't think it will be
Yeah,
enough.
she actually gets out there, but the stopwatch,
The
it's
stopwatch just
not enough.
the
no, no.
stopwatch just killed her. I think.
Yeah,
I think
like-
Sejuani gave up the chase, but then she stopwatch. However, this does mean see Blaze have a little bit more flicker of hope as they get the Herald killed in the top lane.
Yeah, we'll see if they can. Oh, they're also making a play onto the Shen. Is this going to be another 2v1? I mean, GP is low, but almost Ash coming in, and with the hook landing, I don't think he has a chance. Does get a pretty big taunt in though, but nope. Man, Scumbag Thresh steals the kill, and yeah, but the poor thing, they got this time around, they got the kill on Shen, they just brought one more member for extra security, and yeah. But meanwhile in the bot lane,
But if you're looking towards those stat lines from the side of Pilots, 8-0-2 Sejuani with that needlessly large rod, looking to build into either the Rabadon's Death Cap or the Spellbinder. The Hecarim
But-
being 6-1-3, already building into the Death Stance in 17 minutes into the game.
but
It's-
Damien,
it's-
she could have bought Magi's.
Listen,
There's no Magi's.
who needs Magi's when you can have an extra 200 AP? That's a huge onslaught of shadows coming from the Hecarim.
And the Asher
Oh.
doesn't stop it. He ends up going down. But meanwhile, Fish on the backside just finding himself alone without a team. Echo is maybe looking for ringers, but I don't think he wants this one. And yeah, Seablaze, they're definitely trying to fight back in this game.
Sejuani's
But
here.
now the big boys, he had the flash on. Oh! The dodge, but I think that's just going to prolong the inevitable. And yeah, he ends up going down. But was some style points there, dodging the ultimate with the Sonians.
A little bit. A little
Yeah, a
tiny
little bit.
bit.
A tiny bit. I mean, he's still like stationary, so their end result is kind of the same. But still, just to show that I can't dodge the thing. And I mean, here's the Death Brush. I mean, okay, so we fairly established that pilots are really in the lead here. Like, how should they close out this game cleanly? We see that they're maybe looking for a dive here, or just a Death Brush because they have so much resource control. But
A
how would you
Fnatic Death
expect
Brush.
them to play?
I mean, what I'm looking at is currently them being spotted by a control ward placed from the Fresh. However, they are looking for this engage. Fresh will be caught out here and
Yeah.
promptly taken care of. The Echo following suit soon. I would watch out for the Ashe since she does not have
like-
her cleanse up. However, she does have the flash. The ulti from Sejuani is
But
up.
I think this is gonna be all she wrote
my
because
God.
yeah, Pilot's just not giving it any breathing room. Like, are they looking to end here? You think they have the wave?
They do have the wave indeed, and Ashe is just in no place to contend.
I
She
mean,
only
this
had
would
the ward.
be a statement, like a 19-minute game finish. But it's looking like they're kind of taking the. But maybe like Shen almost has TP up, but no, they're gonna take the safe route and just close the game out more cleanly. They don't want to give any chances to see Blaze to come back into the game, which I mean we can respect. Even though, come on, we like to see those early explosive finishes, the G2s.
Keep in mind, Baron is coming up in 20 seconds, and the team of pilots will definitely be looking up to pick that up with a 10,000 gold advantage. They're looking to close out this game as soon as they pick up that squiggly or purple worm.
That juicy worm. Oh no! Meanwhile, we get a repeat. Oh, yep. Can't even ult. Just bye bye.
Honestly, at this point, nothing. Sandra's just.
I think she's mentally checked out at this point. Like it's just, I would be like losing to a unmeta pick or just like this hard. It can't be a good feeling. I mean,
do we have any FF votes in chat coming from the side of Sea Blaze? Because honestly, this is looking more and more dire. The fresh hook landing, but it's not going to do anything.
yeah, he's just saying like, he wants his pet back. Trying to put him on a leash, but
Oh,
Pilot's just saying this is our purple worm. You're not getting it. Like they arrived to the pet store first, so they're buying this purple worm. Oh, come on! She just arrived, and again, the Sejuani she's just hunting. She's on the hunt for some ice queens.
However,
But maybe
re-engage.
she does land, but yeah, Chen's tanky. He's like
however-
whatever, but that's a good GP ult, however.
GP, however, is not smart.
How elaborate? How is he not smart?
Where's the Leandris?
Although he doesn't have enough gold, but he does. He picked up Windows, so he's going Essence Reaver, and maybe he's going.
Where
in
is
this-
my Leandris?
Maybe he was thinking going in third. Although in this game, that's probably not the best thing because I don't think he will make it that far.
He's going actually Death Stance by the looks of things
Really?
to minimize
Huh.
that burst coming from.
Yeah, but I feel like if they
Sejuani.
want to win, they need damage. Like when you're this behind, like sure you need to stay alive to do damage, but like if you don't have the damage to kill the enemy, which they certainly don't at this point, like it doesn't really matter too much. But we'll see.
Echo being caught out here yet again.
Yeah, this.
Not having a
This
place
is
in this
not
world.
good.
He's not long to live for this world. He's getting
Oh, maybe
chased
the
out
loop
there.
the loop. Oh, the flash taunt just to secure it, and even the ult to just like be certain. Like yeah, he's dead. I'm sorry I gave a vault up there, but yeah, he is indeed. I can confirm. As a caster, I can confirm. Echo has died.
Quite a horrible and gruesome death.
Yeah, I mean 1 and 9. Like looking at this mid jungle has not had a fun game. I mean, but all the credit I feel like has to be going to like the pilots team. Like they have really been playing this game really well. They really knew the strength of the Sejuani pick, and I feel like they weren't ready for it. And
They were definitely not ready for it. Come from the Lissandra especially, not expecting that burst damage early game or mid game after Sejuani got the couple of kills. This is looking like a dominant performance coming from the side of pilots. They definitely are making a statement that they want to go all the way and win this entire tournament.
that's just a big dive. Like
This is
just-
just woeful for
Yeah.
the side of the Blaze.
I mean, I'm just my silence is just like yeah, this should be. But maybe Ash convenient. That's a really big shutdown going to Sejuani. It actually seemed like I might have written them off too soon. Like Blaze, they're putting up a defense here, but might be off and off. That's just, the gold lead is just too huge at this point. But
We'll see
I
how
mean,
if Echo can defend this.
can he do
1v2.
it? He's gonna try. He's flashing in ult, the E back. Oof, a lot of dashes here and there, but no one ends up going down. But maybe the Lissandra up in 4 seconds. I think he has. CA Blaze have managed to stay in the game. Oh, flash Q! Oh, that's the style point. But now with this, no way. Oh, she goes down. Yeah. I mean, are they actually gonna get in here? I mean, Ash spawning.
Lissandra is she's rage playing.
But
this,
to be fair, they did deny the flawless game for Sejuani. So you know,
What can I say?
we take the small wins.
I got my prediction right.
And I got
2
my
on
wrong!
pilots.
So we both win, and we never talk about this again.
All I say, I got my I got my prediction on point in this game. 2-0 to Pilots. And hey, what can I say?
Yeah.
I'm 13 on
I
one
mean-
Sejuani.
You're just insane, but yeah. Sejuani, I mean, surprised everyone except for Jason. But
Now, I
like-
expected this. The only thing I didn't expect is him actually dying once in this game, and yeah,
yeah, it was
disappointed
kind
in
of a
him.
sad one. Yeah, and no Magi's. Come on, like
Yeah, but
10,
that I think was
13.
smart. He just realized that if
Yeah, I
he
know.
builds the next item, he's just gonna pop off even more.
yeah, it's like with that head you can get reverence. It's really strong, but like we like the Magi's, man. That's what Caps builds. It's not for the item. It's just for the hype, you know.
Yes, definitely.
True, indeed.
Okay, okay, wait, let me just time out this guy. He's a bit annoying. There you go. Let's have fun in the naughty corner. There we go. But Twitch chat is back to
Ooh,
nice
the naughty
people.
corner.
Naughty corner. There you go. But yeah.
Holy shit!
Okay, let's have a look at this game number 2 here, or like more this destruction game number 2.
Yeah, I wonder who has the highest damage.
Rakan?
That game was a complete 180 coming from the first game, where Sea Blaze actually had a strong grip on the early game. Meanwhile, this game they just fell apart. Once Pilots brought the game to them, they just couldn't handle it.
This is actually astonishing, man. Like, for a 24-minute game, which it didn't feel like, it felt more like a 30-minute game, but for a 24-minute game, Sejuani has managed to do nearly 9k damage onto enemy champions. Imagine, a Sejuani that is melee range, the only engage she has is Q and ult, and most of that got dodged, as we saw in the later stages of the game, by Zonias or an E away or by Echo ult and stuff like that, and she still managed to do that much damage. More than Ezreal that is ranged, more than a Hecarim that has an easier way to get
Do
out.
we like? I mean, I think I can predict every ban against the Pilots in the upcoming series. You know, first ban Sejuani.
Hey guys, can we get an F in the chat for the Lissandra? However, she had a really rough time with the Sejuani.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're gonna get to a fun section here because we're gonna get to the interview. But first, let's pair out the boys. So I did already pair out the boys. Let's have a quick poll. Once again here for the MVP of this game. I think this is a very close one actually, because in this game I had 3 people going 0 deaths until the last minute, until the last fight, which was the Rakan, the Ezreal, and the Sejuani, and also Eladin once again doing his fair share. And don't forget this outplay of Stinner here in the top lane in this 1v2 where he got ganged, and multiple more occasions where he turned it nearly around. So definitely an all-star team, if I must say so. So this MVP poll is going to be a hard one to decide on. And with the spectator delay coming to an end, we will be heading into our interview. So let's see who we can get in for an interview. And also let me fix my camera real quick. Not where I want it. There we go.
There you go.
Yes. Okay, so interview coming in here. Who do you guys want to interview actually? Because I think
I wanna.
players we can.
I wanna hear the story about the Sejuani mid. How did it come to be? Give me the story.
Well, Grape, you have been summoned. I give you no choice.
Oh, hello.
Hello, Grave.
Yes.
How are you doing, lad?
Hello, man.
Oh, thank you.
Nice gameplay.
Anyone else you want in here with me? With you, Grape?
I mean,
I think
support-
Call of Murmur for sure. Like, you played that series so well.
What's this
The
Discord?
support. It's reformed.
There you go. Let's get him in as well.
The support was rather
yeah, like especially the first game, it was actually
Hello, guys.
He
The
have
2
been summoned as
MVPs.
well. Hello. Okay, so Grape and well, what is it, Golf Momo? Yeah, okay, there we go. We're gonna call you Golf. There we go for the purpose of the stream. Welcome both of you and congratulations. First off, I mean, you guys just put up an incredible performance in game number 2, as well as a close game 1 in the first 5 to 10 minutes, and then just going and stomping the enemy in quarterfinals. Definitely not what you expect from a quarterfinals where only top 2 teams of each group advance. So yeah, I expect it to be close, serious, but you did make it seem like it was an easy walk in the park. Just give us your feedback of your first impressions, maybe.
You wanna go ahead first, Golf?
I can go ahead. Like, I think, I just think we prepared so well for the draft. Like, we know they play Thresh. I play Thresh as well. I played it very well in the series, obviously in the first game. And then the second game they just picked it away, and we picked Rakan instead. And I actually don't think Rakan is a bad matchup into Thresh if you play it right.
Yeah, it's definitely a skill matchup.
Yeah.
However, like in a 50-50 scenario type of deal, you do expect the Fresh to be out on Rakan, as he can like basically just
Yeah, for sure, for
destroy an
sure.
entire engage. However, you played that game really well. Like it just looked completely different towards the
Yeah.
Fresh.
Yeah, but I think it's also like a much better pick in with our comp. Like Rakan can dive so well with Shen and Hecarim and so on, and Sejuani. Like Rakan is just such a good diver.
It was like similar to the first game where from the comp of CE Blaze, where they picked more of a divey type of comp with
Yeah,
a Shen Callista Fresh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nautilus.
No,
They played Nautilus.
Yeah, sorry, Nautilus.
I mean, speaking of the first game, I'm really curious. Like, you guys picked the last pick Yone to, which I really enjoyed because I don't get to see some Yone since we can't see it at Worlds. Sad, but great. Well, like, what's your opinion about like the Yone Syndrome matchup? You did it well in the lane, but I'm kind of curious. Why did you actually feel it's counter, or is it just that OP that you can pick it into anything?
Syndra definitely has the edge in lane. It's kind of hard to get in on her since she interrupts any form of engage you have. However, can be played to such that it should at least go even. I wasn't expecting to get solo kills at all, but
Yeah.
I mostly picked it just because it really works well with how our comp wants to team fight, and I just kind of wanted to play some Yone, not gonna lie.
Respect. And the elephant in the room, like, please tell me the story. Why and how did you start practicing Sejuani?
So I saw that Sejuani got some buffs to her AP scalings like a year or so back, and I was like, wonder if this is enough to turn her into a mid laner, because I kind of like playing weird shit. And I started playing. I think I played 25 mid Sedge games in a row or something like that, just like grinding every possible matchup I can. It's like, this actually seems a little overpowered, not gonna lie. And
It
I mean, it doesn't
definitely
work in solo queue, but
Yeah, it definitely reminded me of Unicorns of Love and G2 draft to some extent when the Sejuani was picked, especially going full AP. How do you prepare against that, if you know what I mean? However,
Yeah.
you did pull your cat out of the bag now, and teams will be aware that
Well,
this is something they can pick.
I think we have a lot of like niche picks that people don't, not gonna expect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's have a quick look at Twitch chat here. So not only did you win, Mr. Grape here, the vote, the poll here for the best player or most valuable player of this game, which went in favor of you, but also there's a quick question coming at you from TG Flatline, who you might remember from the TG Diamond season this year, as also previous ones. So he's asking, at Grape, if you beat Scout in semis, do you think he will be harder to beat than Tiger Tigers? Scout being the mid laner of Elevated Esports, or as they have renamed now into Tor's Big Hammer, or Big Tor Esports, sorry.
True. I honestly don't think so. I think it should be fine.
Ooh, we got some low-key trash talk coming out of Grape here. Ooh.
I mean, watching this game, like, I'm not doubting him.
Yeah.
I don't
Also,
think there's
yeah, so
any
game-
mid laner left that I'm scared of.
Game number 1, you guys had the scaling comp, and you actually got to scale. And game number 2, you put the enemy on a timer. You put yourself on a timer, knowing that if it goes late, you only had like the Azrael that kind of scales, but you would definitely fall off. But this game didn't even get into mid game. I felt like you just demolished them right off the bat. So you have this pocket picks, this niche picks as you called it themselves. Like, do you think you can surprise a lot of people since there's not so many games left and a lot of people don't actually know how to play against you? Or you think actually these teams that you're going to face now are aware of your pocket picks and will be playing standard compositions to counter that?
Do you want to say it?
Sure. I mean, we have plenty of picks we haven't revealed yet that we mostly played in scrims and such. So I really don't think it's going to be any issues on that front. As well as most teams by now should know that I play a lot of Sejuani mid. From the
That one
past
was the obvious for me, at least.
So expect more spicy stuff to come in the rest of the tournament.
Yeah,
Well, I'll be excited.
I'm definitely gonna hold you to that one.
Yeah.
I wanna see some good. I wanna see some good shit.
So,
I want to see it. Sorry, can I say?
yeah, go ahead.
I want to see a game 5 AD Fresh being picked mid lane or something like that.
I don't think it's gonna go to game 5.
Okay.
No
And there we
hey
go.
guys, no silver scrapes. Hey, I'm sorry. I tried. We get no
sorry.
silver scrapes.
Anyways, yet another question actually. Wait, oh, I forgot it. What was... Oh shit, I forgot. Whatever, we'll come back at it once I know. But for the meantime, we have a look at our standings, and maybe you can give us a bit of a prediction here. So we have Elevated Esports, or Victor Esports, as we call them, versus C Cosmic. Who do you think has the advantage in this one? Or who's going to
Wanna take
dominate?
Should I?
Want to take this one, Golf?
I mean, I don't really know any of the teams. I'm kind of new to this league. I just joined this team this split, and yeah, that's kind of it.
Okay.
I really don't know any of the teams.
Or maybe Grape, you know the teams a bit better. So who do you
Yeah.
think is gonna?
I
Just give me your
don't-
predictions for the whole, okay? Let's go over to the. I'll want you to look at the stream. I'll go over to the standings real quick, and you just look at those standings and you tell me who wins each one of these quarters. Then we shall
Okay.
hold you accountable once they have been played out. So,
Please do.
Victor Esports versus C Cosmic, who wins?
I think that's a 2-0 for Big Thor, honestly.
Damn. Okay, Rush Esports versus Chins in Paris.
Have not seen enough of Chins to say anything, but they look promising. That could definitely be a 2-1 in either way, but I would weigh it towards Rush.
Okay, and then Team Black Rose versus CBA 5.
Yet again, I haven't seen much of CBA 5, but I think Black Rose takes that one 2-1.
So you do think it's going to be Rush Esports versus Black Rose in the lower semifinals, and then the top one is going to be you guys facing off versus the Cosmic. And you destroyed one CE team, looking to do yet another one if they shall advance, and if not, Elevated versus you guys. Is that kind of an old rivalry coming back here?
I mean, we played them in scrims a couple of times, and we've beat them in a couple of TJ Diamond games, but I wouldn't call it a rivalry per se.
Okay. Okay, with that being said, let's have a look at Twitch chat if they have anything else to add to this beautiful conversation. Otherwise, we shall be going into... Okay, they're just blaming me for forgetting my questions. It's voice. Hey, I'm old, okay? Leave me alone. But yeah, I'm approaching my 30s, don't forget that. Huh? I'm already getting gray hair. But yeah, thank you so much for playing, for participating. If you have any suggestions or feedback for us, make sure to use the question mark feedback in the Discord, and we will get that information and always adapt season by season, or if needed, immediately. Yeah, if you have anything else to say, shoutouts, it's your turn now, Mr. Grape and Mr. Golf Momo.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'd
I'll
like to-
go
Yeah, okay,
first.
you go.
Okay. I mean, I guess shout out to Flatline for being a cheerleader, as well as Reborn in Twitch chat. I've been seeing you. And shout out to the boys who've been watching from the Discord server.
And what do you have to add?
Yeah, shout out to Reborn in the chat as well, and twitch.tv/golfmore.
Okay, that one's allowed for today. I'll let it slide. Don't worry about it. But yeah, make sure to follow twitch.tv/connectingesports, and of course all the other twitch.tvs that have been mentioned previously. I will not say it once again. But yeah, with you guys being here and here, thank you so much for participating. Hope to see you guys perform yet again in the semifinals, and thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Thank
See
you.
Very welcome. Now, with these two guys going back to their channels, we'll be heading into our offline screen, but don't go anywhere just yet, because we have one more tradition to hold on. And for the old G's here in the chat, the old school gamers, who know what's up, they will know that for now it's going to be a very, very exciting game. I'm just going to put one emoji in chat, and let's see if people remember, because it is time for our famous song. In the meantime, while we cue the song, Mr. Major Cheese as well as Virus, thank you so much for casting today. It had a blast listening to you guys casting over this game, and definitely a fun game to cast, I think.
I'm just fun game to cast. I just glad to be here and being able to do it. It's just really fun.
Need a name versus okay. Yeah, there's very old school Gabos, definitely. Well, unlucky that you got run out of the tournament. Like, there's a lot of familiar names that we're going to lose today, but this is kind of how elimination works. It's the playoffs. There's no second chances. So yeah, if you don't perform in the end, you shall be left behind. But unlucky for C Blaze, they will be dropping off and hopefully rejoining for next season, maybe under a different name, maybe under the same name, with the same roster, different names. Everything is possible here in the TG Diamond League. If you're interested in joining, make sure to head over to connecting-esports.com. And with that being said, we shall cue our very beautiful music and our beautiful TG Diamond song here, and say bye-bye, casters and streamers, because we are about to end the stream.
Thanks, chat. Thanks for joining us. See you later.
Yeah, it was a fun one.
Now, with that being said, let's have a look at our Twitch chat. Anything else you guys want to say? Who's this bracket next week? Yeah, we shall do that indeed. But yeah, thank you so much for joining, everyone. Spam your crabs in the chat with the crab wave coming right your way. And the TG Diamond League is heading off for now. See you back tomorrow at... let me miss this one up. New schedule, where you at? At 20 CST, so at 8 p.m. in the evening, versus... What was that? Elevated Esports versus C Cosmic coming right at you tomorrow. So stay tuned and see you guys tomorrow.